Hey guys, I'm out in the garden today. I'm going to make some compost tea and run it through a drip line to easily water my plants. So, ooh, look at the butterflies. I finally had that one right, and then the butterflies distracted me. These are the materials that I use to make compost tea. You need compost of your choice. I am using rabbit droppings for my compost. You'll need some molasses to feed the microbes, a mesh bag, a string to hold the mesh bag to the roof of your barrel, which you'll also need. You'll also need a faucet that can attach to the drip line. This one here is 3/4 inch. You'll need the washers and the thing to attach it to the back. In the description box, you'll find a link to a product that I found on Amazon that while I didn't use it, it's like a kit of everything that you would need to be able to do this. Other things that you would also need is a drill and a drill bit to make your hole for this. So in order for the drip system to work properly and be able to have enough pressure to go down in through the drip line, you have to have your barrel raised up a bit so that you can create that pressure. For me, this works at this height with just a set of bricks on the bottom. Because I have a natural slope to my garden anyway. If you don't have a natural slope, you may need to raise it up a little bit higher to get that extra pressure for it to go. So after constructing your barrel, you're going to want to fill up your barrel. If you have city water, I would fill your barrel up and leave it for at least 24 hours. So that the chlorine that is in the water can evaporate, because if you put all these great nutrients and microbes into the chlorinated water, it's going to kill it. So you're not going to get all that beneficial bacteria and things like that that are found in the compost. I don't have city water, we have well water, and it's pretty good well water, so I just filled this up. And then to this, I'm going to put my molasses. Molasses, when you add it to compost, is about a teaspoon for every 2 gallons of water. I had just a little bit of molasses down here, and this is a big barrel, so I just threw some water in here and I shook it up to make it more liquid and easier to stir in. So I'm just going to pour that in here. And then I'm going to take my rabbit droppings, and there's some hay mixed in here too. I'm not real concerned about that. I'm just going to put my rabbit droppings into the bag, into the mesh bag, and you can find the mesh bags. Our mesh bag is actually for our pool vacuum, and I don't use it, so I figure why not use it for this. But they sell mesh bags for compost teas. On Amazon, or any garden center will probably have them, but you don't need anything real extravagant or expensive. And I'm going to really fill this up because I have such a large area that I'm covering with the drip line. So I'm just going to take this mesh bag and I'm going to tie my wire or my rope to the end of it. So if you when using the drip line, if you were just to dump the compost into the water, it would end up being a problem because the particles would just clog the line. So using this mesh bag is really helpful. So all I'm going to do with this, I'm going to put this in here and just give it a little bounce. Make sure it all gets wet. And then I'm just going to take my lid, and I have some holes cut in my lid. Some people like to cut the center out and put mesh in it when they're collecting rainwater and things. I just drew some holes in there. But so I'm just going to take this string and I'm going to feed it through here. I'm going to put my lid back on. And I'm just going to tie this to my hole here. So now I'm going to just come out here a few times a day, and I'm just going to bounce it around. And doing that is going to help airflow in there. I'll take the lid off and I'll stir it up and just get some air going in there to keep it aerated so it doesn't become anaerobic. I will leave it like this for about 24 to 48 hours, possibly longer than that. And then I'll just turn the drip line on and I'll run it down. And I've already tested my drip line, so I know that it does flow all the way through. Before you make your tea and everything, I would attach your hose and test your drip line. Some people use a bubbler to add air and keep everything flowing. I'm not going to do that. Like I said, I'm just going to bounce it up a little bit. I'm going to open it, stir it up, just get some air going in there. But yeah, so that's it. It's that simple. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you later. Bye guys.